What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Here with the homie Edgar. Today we're finally be working on the trailer. I mean, the trailer doesn't need much, but it needs, like I told you guys last time, it needs some love. In this video we're gonna be getting the trailer ready and the 240 ready for our first drift day. So the first step is we have to repack the wheel bearings. I'm hoping we just have to repack them, and I hope we don't have to buy new ones. But the trailer's pretty new, it's not an old trailer, so this should be fine. But the grease inside of the bearings goes bad. I'll show you guys that in a bit. Right now we're gonna go to the shop, get some tools that we need. We might need to go to the store, get the grease and stuff. Let me get everything ready, and then when we come back to the trailer, I'll show you guys what we're gonna do. I think we got everything we need. We might be missing a few things. Repacking a wheel bearing on a trailer is pretty easy. Basically, we're gonna take the old bearings out. You have to take all the old grease out and replace it with new grease. So I'll explain everything more in detail right now, but we have everything right now ready. Got the trailer right here, got all the stuff we need. The first step is we gotta jack up the trailer like anything else, and then I'll walk you guys through on what we're gonna do to the wheel bearing. It looks like this has a grease buddy, a bearing buddy, or whatever it's called. Like, I think we can grease the bearings without even having to take off the wheels. But I want to take them off too, so we can check the brakes on it. Most trailers, I think, that are newer, you can just connect the grease gun to it and pump new grease into it. But we're gonna take everything off and just inspect it, make sure everything's good. So you have to repack the bearings because over time it wears out. Like I said, the grease wears out. And when I bought this trailer, I jacked it up to check the wheel bearings on it to make sure everything was nice and stiff, and it had a little bit of play in it. So I'm really hoping it's just the bearings need to be repacked, because if not, then we have to replace the wheel bearings. But I mean, worst case scenario, we replace them. They're not that expensive. So let's go ahead, start taking all this apart and see how the condition of the wheel bearings are. Back here, Edgar's jack stand wasn't tall enough, so we used this block of wood. Bro, this is probably the sketchiest thing I've done. But I mean, it's just a trailer. We're not gonna be underneath it. So me and Edgar are gonna do one together because we've never done this before. Like, we have no idea what we're doing. So we're gonna do one together, and then once we get the hang of it, it should be pretty easy. Then we'll start doing the rest by ourselves. We got the wheel off. As you can see, this is the side with the brakes. This side doesn't have brakes, but it should be the same thing. There was a seal right here, and we just took that off. And this is the external bearing inside of here, I'm guessing. And it has the old grease in there, as you can see. And I think the next step is we have to take off this cap right here because the brake won't come off. This is all one piece right here. So we're gonna try and stick a flathead in between here, try and pry it off, or probably just grab this whole thing with some vice grips and just try and pull it off. So that's the next step. All right, we got this off. It was really easy. You just mallet a little flathead in between and just kind of pry it off slowly and evenly. And now we're here. So this is the castle nut, and I don't even think this castle nut's on that tight. You don't want it on too tight because then it won't let your wheel spin. Like right now, I think it's too loose. You're supposed to be able to spin it, and the trailer should stop a little bit sooner than that. So I'll probably tighten that a bit more. That's probably why there's a bit of play in the wheel, because it's too loose, whoever did this job last. I'm gonna take off this cotter pin right here. It should just slide out. Bend it, slide it out, and then this cotter pin should be like hand loose, huh? Hand tighten? Yeah. And then we'll take off this cotter pin. I think the brake should come off. Damn, that's fucking trippy, huh? That's pretty tight. That's just Edgar's stroking. Just like that, as you guys saw in the video, it took us like 5 minutes. We got both sides off already. So here's everything that came apart. The cotter pin you guys saw me take off first, then the castle nut, then there's this washer behind the castle nut, and then this washer sat on top of the actual bearing itself, and then the bearing just sat against this on the other side right here. The brake pads on the trailer, they look a little thin, but I don't know how good this is for a trailer. Maybe this is fine. There's no cracks in the actual brake pad though, so that's a good sign. A lot of other trailers I see, they have cracks in them. So it looks good. I just don't know about the life. Maybe this will last a while, because if not, I might as well just replace them. It looks like a bitch to replace them, but it's just because I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at. So the next step is we need to take off these seals as carefully as possible, because I want to reuse them. Because you can reuse them, like there's no problem with them as long as they're in good condition. So we're gonna try and take off this wheel seal. Probably like stick a flathead in there, use some leverage, just try and take it out evenly. I have no idea, we'll figure it out. And after that, we just gotta take all these parts and just literally clean them. So we have two cans of parts cleaner, that should be enough. And we just gotta clean everything nice and clean, get all the old grease off, clean all the old grease off of here, and clean all the old grease off inside of there. So that's the next step for now. Let's get this off and clean everything up.
Nah, Chris got that yeah on him.
Yeah.
What's that on, Edgar? What's that on?
my boy jamming.
Boys are jamming out.
Bro, get a ratchet.
That's just so far.
It's in the garage. Who got the Ross chanclas?
Yes, sir. I think I got them at Ross. I had Nike ones, but my grandma kept them. I know she just sold them, bro, in Mexico. She's like, nah, they dirty, don't take them. Well, you just trying to sell them, bro.
God, you're looking for. You hear all the noises there? All right, change of plans. We gotta go to Napa because I don't even think AutoZone's probably gonna. I don't think AutoZone sells trailer parts because we need to go buy new wheel seals. We need to go buy new wheel seals. Say wheel seals 5 times fast.
Wheel seals, wheel seals, wheel seals, wheel seals, wheel seals.
Damn, I'm stupid as hell. We got the old seals out, but we had to damage them, so we need new ones, and so we need 4, 1 for each wheel on both sides. So it did need the bearings to be packed. Like the grease in here was really old. It's probably the original grease that was in it when it was made. Let's head over to the store, buy the new seals. Hopefully we find them, come back, reinstall everything, and the trailer should be ready to tow. We might try and load up a car on here and try and practice today too. So, and again, like I said, once the trailer's done, we're gonna start working on 240 again because there's a couple things we need to do to it to be able to get it to its first drift event. Every AutoZone within like a 100-mile radius only had 1, and there was no way we were gonna go to 4 different AutoZones to get wheel seals, bro. Like, I'm gonna just order them online, but we got one of them. It has the old one inside of here too, but so I'm gonna just order the rest online, and then once they come in, that's when we're gonna be working on the trailer. So next clip you guys see, we'll be working on the trailer and getting it finished. If you guys have watched this far in the video, I got a new car. Me and Edgar are in it right now. First person to guess what car it is in the comments down below, what do they get? They win the old broken wheel seal. First person to guess what car I bought just off of telling by the interior, I'll send you a free t-shirt. Check out Second Neutral, go cop a tee. You guys get one other hint too. I'm gonna rev the engine right now and then you guys will be able to hear it. If you guys don't guess half of this, bro, like someone's gonna guess it the second they hear it. All right, that's your only hint. It doesn't let me rev it past 4. The next video, I'm gonna show you guys what car I got. So right now, like I said, go comment, try and get a free t-shirt. Next step you guys see, we'll be finishing up the trailer, hopefully. All right, we're back. Bro, it's so crazy to me that for us, it's like a week later, for you guys, it's like a split second. But let me show you guys what we got going on right now. All right, we're back at the trailer. We still gotta finish repacking all the bearings and stuff. I'm gonna just time-lapse everything, and then the trailer should be done by today, and then everything should be ready to tow. We're not gonna change the brakes on it. It doesn't need to be changed right now. We'll change those down the line. Let's get everything repacked so we can finish the trailer and start working on 240 for the rest of the video. Everything's nice and clean. Basically, you just want to get all the old grease out of the old parts as possible. When you repack the new grease, it's gonna push the old grease out. You need to get some grease on your palm, and then you just kind of want to keep pressing it. You see it's pushing all the old grease out. Get it back in the palm of your hand, and just I go to O'Reilly's to get a bunch of brake cleaner and stuff. So I got the bearing packer, I got the brake clean right here. I got some food. Bro, I was gone, no joke, for like 10 minutes. It's like right around the corner. I come back, fucking Eddie was fighting for his life. Dude, I don't even know if I can put that on YouTube. He was like pulling the cotter pin or something and it slipped and it hit him in the head. You good, man? But this side's already done. Edgar got it done like 10-15 minutes, so he has to leave right now, but I'm gonna do the other side real quick, clean up. And then the next clip you guys see, we should be working on 240 finally, but trailer's all tow ready. This is basically the only maintenance it needs. It might need brakes later, but for now, they should be fine. Let me get the other side of the trailer done, and then I'll come back whenever we're working on 240. Today, we're finally gonna be working on 240 again. I know it's been a while since we've touched the 240, but I just haven't had time. Literally, I've been so busy. And speaking of the 240 in the cut. But yeah, I just haven't had time to work on it. But I've been itching to drive again ever since we went last time, especially now that I have the truck and trailer. But I can't wait to go out and actually take this car. But the first thing we need to do is we need to get the car ready to be able to start drifting. I just loaded a bunch of stuff up in the truck right now. I'm gonna go drop this off and I'm gonna come back for the 240, so I'll see you guys in a bit. All right, I'm outside waiting for David. Bro, David is gonna fucking kill me when he sees all the shit I brought. Oh, hell nah. Let me show you guys how full my truck is right now. David got his truck in the garage, bro. I don't even know how we got this shit to fit in here, but I had that pack out box over here. I got some seats right here for the 240. Fucking Miata parts. I don't even know why I have this. Extra toolbox, new garbage can for the garage. Just a bunch of random shit, bro.
What's off of these?
$6. All right, let me go get the 240. I'll be right back. Damn, bro, I miss this car so much. I'm gonna go put gas in it because I hasn't had gas since the last time we fucking took it out. Now, as you can tell by the title of this video, today we're finally gonna be working on the 240 and we're finally gonna be getting it ready to start drifting. It doesn't need much, but there is a small list, so let's take out the handy dandy cardboard list. Let me show you guys everything I wanna do to it in this video. But first, let me show you guys how the car sits because I haven't touched this car since the last time we took it to the track. I haven't touched this car at all, bro. It's just been sitting. One of my injectors went bad from just sitting, so the car's been sitting for a while. I mean, I would drive it, I would move it for the street sweeper, but I wouldn't even use it for errands anymore. Like, I haven't driven this car, bro, so it's just been sitting. I haven't washed it. It's rained a couple times. That's the only thing that's like actually washed the car. There's a spider web inside of my car. I don't know if you guys can see it on camera, but bro, oh hell nah. That's so sad. All right, let me show you guys how the car sits right now before we actually start working on it. My battery died. Bro, I've been sneezing non-stop for like fucking 10 minutes. I have the worst allergies right now. I got the 240 over here. We got it jacked up. It's already on jack stands. Oh, let me show you guys the list that we made. We got the 10 commandments right here. Bro, big ass piece of cardboard for this little ass list. But basically the first thing that we need to do, and the most important, we need to fix the exhaust leak on this car. If you guys watched a couple videos ago, I think the last 240 video that there was, did I ever post it? I don't even know if I posted it. I'm pretty sure I did though. The car has a crazy exhaust leak, like a bad exhaust leak. The headers are literally staining the block on the car. You guys probably aren't gonna be able to see it. Look at that. I'll zoom in right there in the video, but David's already here. He's starting to work on taking off the cat delete pipe. And we have to drop the headers again, and then I bought a new gasket for it. Hopefully the new gasket works. If not, I'm gonna just put like some exhaust gasket maker or something. They have to sell something that's high temp to put on the block because, bro, the exhaust leak is crazy. Like, it sounds ridiculous, and it's probably making the car super rich because it's probably making the O2 sensor trip out. So this is gonna be the very first thing we try and do. Hopefully we get it first try. We're gonna take off the exhaust, try and fix this exhaust leak because, bro, this exhaust leak is crazy. So that's gonna be the first thing we do. Let me get that done and then I'll check back in and I'll show you guys what the next step for this car is. All right, we got the header taken off. David just got the gasket off.
What was this, that corner, bro?
Yeah. So here's the gasket. This is an ISR gasket that came with the kit. So maybe the gasket's just shit because ISR doesn't really make the best products, but I don't know what the fuck was wrong with it. As you can see, it was just leaking out of this corner right here. It was just burning it. So hopefully the new gasket I have is a lot better, but I'm really hoping that the next gasket works. These gaskets are like 30-40 bucks a pop. I think the one I paid for was like 60 bucks. So I'm gonna clean the head really nice. I need it to seal evenly. You could tell right there, it was just burning everything up in the back. So hopefully with the new gasket it works, but let's throw the new gasket on there, make sure everything is nice and tight. I'm gonna clean all that and hopefully it seals now. All right, I'm gonna show you guys the difference between the gaskets. It's just solid copper and it has these little tiny flanges on it. So hopefully with this it seals a lot better. This ISR one, I don't even know what it is, but it feels a lot cheaper compared to this one. And maybe it was just the gasket. I'm really hoping it was just the gasket. Hopefully my head's not warped, but everything seems good. Let's see if it passes the bend test.
Nah, what the fuck?
Yeah, I got fucking fiberglass on.
This beer was all on you.
Bro, you darker than hell, bro.
Shut up,
like
bro.
Edgar.
Hey, that shit's still hanging on though. Little update, we got the manifold on, bro, to like what, an hour and a half? Bro, these bolts are so hard to get to, but, and then also, I think we know why it was leaking last time. We did not tighten the bolts how we were supposed to. Edgar tightened them, shout out Edgar. I checked them over after too, and they were tight by hand, but there's no way they were to torque spec, because the torque spec is 30 foot-pounds. After we tightened them by hand, we torqued them, and they still needed a lot more to go, so we torqued all the ones that we could get to, which were these. We torqued this one, that one, this one, and that one, which only left these three that we couldn't get to. So we used this trick right here. So we used the wrench right here, and then we kind of like used this as a breaker bar. So basically what we did is we kind of like felt this one by hand, and we're like, all right, this is how tight the torqued one is. And we went down here and we moved the hell out of this one, so we could tell that these weren't torqued. So we kind of just like felt it out, and like we felt the torqued one, felt kind of how tight it was by hand, and then we just torqued the rest of them like that, torqued the rest of them. Because before, how they were not tight at all. So hopefully now, with the new gasket, everything should seat a lot better. I got new gaskets for the cat lead pipe too, and we're gonna throw those on there as well, and the exhaust should be good. If the exhaust is nice and tidy, everything else should be a walk in the park after this. This is the hardest part. It's not even hard, it's just like annoying trying to seal it up.
It's tedious.
Yeah, it's just tedious. So let's get the rest of the exhaust on, turn it on, and see if it leaks. Hopefully it sounds better. That means we had this exhaust leak ever since we installed the exhaust. So even on my exhaust install video, it probably didn't sound how it was supposed to. It probably was supposed to sound a lot better. So hopefully now, it sounds a lot better, but let's get the rest of the exhaust on and I'll turn it on for you guys and see how it sounds. We finally got the exhaust reinstalled. We retorqued the bolts on the cat and then also on the mid pipe. So everything on the exhaust is nice and torqued, and hopefully now there's no leaks. David has to dip, but before he dips, I just want to turn on the car and see if we could hear a difference in the car. The exhaust leak was crazy, bro. It was bad, but I don't know if it affected it at idle. So we'll see right now. I'm gonna turn it on right now on the stands and see how it sounds. This shit gonna fall off the jack stands. Bro, we forgot to plug back in the O2 sensor. I turned it on, I was like, bro, it sounds even worse. Like, it sounded like it had a little cam to it. But then I went inside the engine bay and I looked down and I literally saw the exhaust pulsing out of the O2 sensor, but it's plugged in now. David's gonna go inside and start the car. Let's see how it sounds. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah. It sounds better. I'm gonna spray some soapy water on the exhaust right now, see if anything bubbles up. Because right now when we rev it, there's like a small, I don't know if it's an exhaust leak or it's just how the car sounds, but it sounds a little off. If we see any bubbles, there's a leak. If we don't, then there's no leaks. I don't think it's leaking anymore. It doesn't sound too bad. I think it's just all the rattles from the car that makes it sound not as good as it can. But it sounds a lot better than what it did before. I don't think the exhaust manifold is leaking as bad as it was before, so that's fine for now. If anything, I'll probably just have to change the exhaust. But like I said, I don't know. But for now, I guess I'll just drive it like this. I'm gonna try and wash it this video. I got a couple other things I want to do to it in this video. New seats, quick release, drift button, a couple random other stuff. So, but right now I'm starving, bro. So I'm gonna go eat, I'm gonna come back, and then we'll continue working on the 240 and see what else we could get done on it today.
1 hour later.
All right, I'm back at the shop with the 240. Now let me show you guys what the next thing I'm gonna do to this car is. I got a pair of seats for the car because the seats that are inside of the car are Koki seats. One, they're too clean to drift in. They're really rare, and I don't want to mess them up. I want to save them for a future S chassis. And then two, they just suck for drifting. In that one video where we finally took the car like actually drifting, you guys probably couldn't tell in the video, these seats have no bolster. Like, they're not racing seats. So like I was flying all over inside of the car. The motherfucker was doing this.
The back of the Hellcat start doing this motherfucker right here.
I needed seats, and I mean, overall, I also just didn't want to ruin the Koki seats in this car because I really wanted to save them because they're really clean, and it's really hard to find a pair of seats in this condition. So I'm gonna save these for a future build. I'm gonna show you guys the seats, and before you guys roast me in the comments, I'll explain why I got them. Alright, bro, before you guys go down in the comments and fucking roast the shit out of me, hold on, bro, hold on. Yes, I know they're fake seats. Like I said, I just needed something to hold me in place. These look like they'll probably hold me in place. I didn't get them off Amazon. I got them off my parts guy. Shout out Andrew. If you guys have an S chassis and need any single like S chassis part, hit him up, bro. Like, he's the S chassis plug. Anyways, he hooked it up for a really good price for these. I just couldn't say no. And it's just it's perfect. Like, they're cheap, they're really clean, and they may not be brides, but they'll work, and they'll be better than the Koki seats, and they'll be perfect seats to learn how to drift in. Later, once I get the hang of it, and maybe if I get another S chassis, like a cleaner S chassis, and I want to build an even doper drift car, or if I want to build this one and make it super clean, then I'll get some better seats. But for now, these are perfect. And I mean, overall, they're not too bad. The leather on them is really clean. These are like $400 seats, and I got them for less than half of that. So I don't really like the colors. The styling, I mean, it's just a bucket seat. So I've sat in them on the ground. They seem pretty good. And I'm actually really excited to see how this car feels in drift with some better seats, because I feel like I was really having to hold on to the steering wheel last time, and I feel like this will just ease my mind with that, and I'll be able to focus more on actually driving the car. So let me get these seats in the car and see how they look like. Bro, I swear nothing could ever be an easy install. I just had to drill 2 holes into the seats. I had to drill this hole right here because for some reason this bracket only had 3. I think it's because the last owner was pretty tall, so I guess he tried moving the seat rail back, because I thought these were slidable, but they don't slide. I mocked it up inside of the car, and it seems like it should be fine in this position. I'm a little bit cramped, but for now it should be fine. The seat had a lot of play right up and down in this corner because it didn't have a bolt, so I had to drill a hole right here to be able to actually bolt down the chair. So hopefully now it's a lot more sturdier, and now I can actually get the seats in. The passenger side doesn't really matter. I just care about the driver's side, obviously, for me. So let's get these inside the car, see how they look. Alright, for right now, the seats are actually installed in the car. They don't look too bad, honestly. This one's nice and sturdy. The passenger seat is all wobbly. I don't know why, but like I said, these are only temporary for now. Eventually, I'll get some better seats. But honestly, they don't look too bad. I hate the red on them. I wish they were all black at least, but for the price, can't complain. Now, the next thing I want to do to this car is change this raggedy ass, dusty ass, crusty ass, musty ass, ugly ass, old ass, fucking steering wheel of the Middle East ass steering wheel, bruh. The funny thing is, this is the wheel for my white hatch, bro. For some reason, I don't know what the last owner did to it, but it was all fucked up. This car actually came with a super clean steering wheel, and I put that one on the white hatch when I sold it. Damn, I kind of want to keep this just because it's from the white hatch, but this is going to be the next thing I take off right now. I'm going to take this off so I can put my quick release back on, because I'm tired of having to drive with this ugly ass wheel. I actually went drifting with this wheel last time, which is crazy. So let's change this out. Hell yeah, finally I have a wheel inside of this car again, man. It's the same size as the stock steering wheel, I think. I'm not sure, but it feels a lot more roomier in here. Damn, I've never even drifted with this wheel. I just drifted with the other wheel, so I'm really excited to see how this feels. Finally, man. Now that the quick release is done, let's move on to the next thing. I think the next thing I'm gonna be installing is this part right here. This is gonna be the next thing I'm gonna install. There's a drift button, so basically this is what it's gonna do. I really need to get a hydro, but I don't want to go right off the bat and get a hydro, so I want to practice a little bit with the stock e-brake. Basically what this little button does is it's gonna replace this button inside here, because this little button, basically when you go up, it comes up automatically. With this one, it's gonna replace this, so whenever I pull the lever up with this button and I let go, it'll just automatically fall back down. This button is gonna eliminate me having to like remember to keep pressing this button every time I move this lever, and that's just one less thing to worry about. So it's a very small thing, very small detail to add. It's gonna make a big difference. So it doesn't eliminate my factory e-brake, so I didn't want to get this at first. I thought it would get rid of my parking brake, but it doesn't. Basically, whenever you want to park it, you just pull it up and then you just have to flick it up with your finger, and then it'll stay in park. So yeah, let's get this installed and see how easy it is. Hell yeah, that was the easiest install ever. E-brake is down, you pull it up and it just goes back down. So that's perfect for drifting because I don't have to worry about having to keep pressing this button in. It's literally almost like a pull style hydraulic e-brake. I thought it would get rid of my parking brake, but it doesn't. Literally all you have to do is just pull it up, flick this button up with your thumb, and you still have your e-brake. So The stock e-brake on this car isn't great at all. I don't even think it locks up the tires, but it just slows the car down a little bit. And I heard it helps a lot to learn how to drift with the stock e-brake before you get a full-on hydraulic. All right, I need you guys' opinion. I have this dash overlay and it makes the car look so much cleaner on the inside. I need to get something here, like a little vent or a cover or something. If any of you guys know something I could put right here, DM me on Instagram or comment down below, because I need something to put right here and I don't know what. A metal plate here that says stuck in neutral or like September 7th or something like that would be so sick, but I don't know anyone that could do that. If by any chance, if someone watching this knows how to cut metal or can 3D print something that could go right there that says like September 7th or stuck in neutral or something like that, DM me, I'll pay you for it. But anyways, I need you guys' opinion real quick. I have this dash overlay right now and it looks sick. It makes the car look a lot cleaner, but it also rattles like crazy. The reason it rattles is because I don't have it glued down. A lot of people glue this down to the car. It used to be glued down but then I originally took it off because I don't want something glued to my dash permanently. So I was thinking of removing this. It's super cracked underneath, but I could remove it and just put a carpet overlay just to get rid of the rattle, because I feel like the rattle makes the car sound so much worse on the inside and it just makes it annoying to drive. So should I keep this dash overlay or should I put the carpet? I'm gonna take off this dash cover and I'm gonna put carpet over it just to see if the rattle like stops a lot, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like with the dash cover and without it, and then you guys let me know down in the comments for next video, should I keep the dash cover even though it rattles or should I change to the carpet? If the carpet even makes a difference with making it quieter, I don't know, we'll see, but I'm gonna change that right now and see what happens. It looks pretty good, honestly. It doesn't look too bad. I thought the dash was a lot more cracked. I think my white hatch was way more cracked than that, to be honest. Comment down below, let me know what you guys think. I'm gonna rock the carpet for now because I just want to see if it makes a difference with the noise. But honestly, I think I'm digging the carpet a little bit more. It just gives it the classic like 240 vibe. Every 240 owner and their mom has a carpet over their dash. Just need to get a sun cover right here so that it doesn't fade with the sun, because this will get faded. And it has my brand on there too, that's dope. So I'm gonna rock this for a bit, but comment down below, let me know what you guys like better, the carpet cover or the original dash cover. The one last thing I want to do to this car in this video is I need to wash it, because as you guys can see, bro, this car looks like a junkyard car. There's spider webs everywhere on it, like it's crazy. There was a spider web inside the car. I already vacuumed the carpet since I already had the seats out, but I still need to wash the car. So I'm gonna fix a few things on it. I'm gonna try and fix the pop-ups like I said. What else? Let me see what else was on my cardboard list. One day we're gonna fix this garage, hopefully, if everything works out. And bro, it's gonna be a huge transformation. If you guys want to see us transform the garage, comment down below. Maybe it'll push David to help me convince his parents to help us renovate the garage, because bro, this garage would be so perfect to work on cars if we had more space. Also, real quick before I move on with the car, I just want to give a little announcement. I know I've said this 1,000 times, but actually, like for real this time, I'm gonna start shifting my focus from my main brand September 7th onto my second brand, Stuck in Neutral. Edgar's part owner of that brand, so he's gonna help me a lot with that brand. We've just been slacking. Like we dropped those first t-shirts and we haven't dropped anything since. We still have a few of those t-shirts left, not a lot. We have like one box left, so we have a few t-shirts. They're super cheap right now. Go get one while you guys can, because we only have a few left. I'm actually wearing one. I don't even know. I deadass didn't even know. Go cop a t-shirt while you guys can, because soon these are not going to be available anymore. I don't know if we're going to restock them. I doubt it, since they were like the first time drop for like all the original subscribers. Anyways, we're going to start dropping a lot more. We're going to try and be consistent and just keep pushing stuff out for you guys, because obviously like that's going to be a big way to support the channel, and that's going to give us the funding that we need to be able to continue to make videos. Like my first brand was helping me a lot make videos at the beginning of this channel, but since my brand got restarted, I just think it's time to focus a lot more on this brand, because obviously that's gonna help a lot with the channel. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Stay tuned, follow the Instagram, because we're gonna start posting a lot more. We're gonna start creating a lot more. I want you guys to comment under every single video, drop more Stuck in Neutral, drop Stuck in Neutral, drop Stuck in Neutral, because bro, we need the motivation. We're super busy, but I'm gonna keep pushing Edgar and I'm gonna keep pushing myself to try and be consistent on there and just keep pumping stuff out. That's all I wanted to say. Let's get back to the video. I don't even remember what I wrote down, honestly. Let me check my cardboard list. All right, headlight fix, we need to do that. Oh shit, I need to change the oil on this car too. I'm gonna change the oil too, just so I can see the state of the oil and see what the condition of the car is in. The quick release is already done, the drift button is already done, the exhaust leak is done, the dash overlay is already changed. All right, so for the dash overlay, I'm gonna put some Velcro underneath it right now just to make it stay in place, because I know right now it's just gonna fly around. I'm gonna try and fix the pop-ups and just a bunch of other random small stuff that is just annoying, but I'm already here, so I might as well try and fix as much as I can. After I do all this, then we're gonna go take the car, wash it, and see how it looks like washed. Bro, this car hasn't been washed in months. It's crazy. It's actually crazy. Let me get this done. I'll check back in with you guys in a bit. All right, Alright, I did a couple things. I'm about to go wash the car, but let me tell you guys what I did right now. I just tried fixing two things. So number one, the rattle. As you guys can hear on camera, bro, this car rattles like crazy, and it all comes from the engine bay. It's all my hood rattling. I think I fixed it. I haven't turned it on to hear it, but I'm gonna show you guys what I did. We'll listen to it after, and I'm really hoping it fixed the rattle, or at least some of it, because like, bro, it was crazy before. I couldn't figure out how to make the headlights go down, so I just turned them down manually, and I'll keep doing that during the day whenever I need to. I'll have my homie Juniel look at it. He's really good at electrical problems, so I'm gonna have him look at it because I have no idea, honestly. I already checked all the relays underneath the engine bay, and I can't figure out why the pop-up's still going down, but it's not the end of the world. Let me show you guys what I did to try and fix the hood rattle. So before, whenever the car was on, it would just rattle like crazy from the front. So what I did right now, the two bolts that hold in the hood latch, and I loosened them, and then this hood latch was able to go down like just a little bit, like maybe like 2-3 millimeters. That's where I used to sit up here, and I lowered it down just that little bit. It seems like that helped a lot because when I closed the hood. Oh, and another thing I did, there's these hood bump stops right here, and basically like they screw into the actual like metal of the car, and I bought these a while ago, but they never worked. But it was probably because my hood latch was just probably too high. If you turn them counterclockwise, they come up a bit, and they hit your hood right here. So that's kind of how you like align the hood panels for each fender. So I turned those up a lot right now. They're basically at max without having to like come all the way off, and hopefully that little tiny millimeter that I just did right now eliminates it. But let me show you guys what it sounds like now. Now when I close the hood, I'm moving the whole car, and the hood's not rattling anymore. Now something over here is rattling. Oh, it's my actual fender. Yeah, something right here is rattling. Yeah, it's just my actual fender. I wonder what that is. Oh, it's right there. I could already see it. I don't know if you guys can see well, but that's hitting my actual car right there. Maybe I could shave that or something, but hopefully it's not too much of a problem. I'll probably try and zip tie that together just so it stays in one piece. Let me see if this side rattles. Yeah, this side doesn't rattle at all. So I'm gonna turn on the car. Pretty sure the hood rattle's fixed. I'm really hoping it is, because that was the worst rattle. If it still rattles on this side, I'll probably try and fix that later, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna rattle. All right, let's turn on the car, see what it sounds like. It sounds like the hood rattle's pretty much gone. There's still a little tiny bit of rattle, but it's a lot better than what it used to be, bro. It used to be fucking crazy. It used to sound like my car was gonna fall apart like Legos before. Damn. All right, let's turn this off. I also need to change the hatch on the 240, but I'll do that next time because I want to do that when I have help. I'm gonna clean up, and I'm gonna go meet up with Edgar because I think he's gonna wash his car too. If not, I'm gonna just wash the 240 real quick. Let's see how good this car cleans up.
A few minutes later.
Damn, bro. Just as soon as I thought everything was going smooth. Bro, no way. I just checked the oil in my dipstick before I headed out because I was gonna do an oil change, but I'm so tired right now. I do not feel like changing the oil on this car because it's so annoying to get up on jacks. So I was like, you know what? Let me just check the dipstick. I'm pretty sure it's fine. Let me just check the level. I pull out the dipstick and the oil looks like this. I just pulled this dipstick out of the engine. Bro, it doesn't look that bad on camera, or it probably does. But you can see it's all milky and stuff. Fuck. What the fuck, man? Let me see if you can see it better in the sun. Bro. Somehow there's coolant getting into my oil. Oh, bro, I haven't even driven this car. This has to be from that one time it overheated, because the only thing I could think of is bad head gasket. What else could it be? I know there's other ways that coolant could get into your oil, but damn, bro. It only overheated like once or twice, and I still took it drifting after that. Bro, I can't believe this. The car's just been sitting. I literally just rebuilt this whole motor. Like, I mean, it's been a while, but I haven't driven it. Like, I rebuilt this whole motor unless I installed the head gasket wrong. Or it could be another issue. It doesn't necessarily have to be the head gasket. Damn, bro. I was gonna go wash the car, but I don't want to drive it now that I know that the oil looks like that. It's a good thing I haven't been driving it too hard. I wonder if I was drifting the car and it had the oil like this. I really don't think so. But I mean, it makes sense. The car has been running rougher. Maybe it's because of the oil. Maybe just the oil pressure's off or something. I'm not sure. I showed you guys the dipstick, and for sure, like, I have no doubt in my mind there's coolant getting into my oil. So now I gotta figure out why. I'm probably not gonna figure that out in this video unless I do a little bit of research and I find out why. But it'll most likely we'll try and dig into a next video. I guess this is gonna be it for this video. Damn, man, I can't believe this, dead ass. Real quick before I go, I'm gonna just drain the oil out of this car just so I can see how the oil looks like in the pan in front of me. I already cleaned up and everything. I was literally ready to head out, and then I checked the dipstick. It's a good thing I did, because I would have kept driving the car like that. Damn, man. Let me take the oil out of this car and see how it looks like in the pan. Damn, bro. I drained all the oil out of the car, and bro, it looks like Nesquik. Fuck, man. I know it's not the end of the world. The motor sounds fine. I didn't get rod knock or anything. I didn't spin a bearing. I felt the oil and it didn't feel like soup. It felt more watery than normal, but it wasn't like pure water, how some people have their oil when they blow a head gasket. And I was blowing smoke out of my tailpipe, but it was nothing crazy. It was mostly on acceleration only, not even on idle. So it wasn't too bad. It's a good thing I caught it now. The oil looks like Nesquik, like I said. It looks terrible. Let me show it to you guys. Bro, look at this. That's crazy. The main thing in my head is head gasket, of course. That's what everyone thinks. I'm kind of hoping it's a head gasket, because if it's not a head gasket, it could be like a cracked head or a cracked block, or maybe something with my intake manifold, but I doubt it. Something's happening to the motor that's letting coolant inside of the oil, because I doubt it's from condensation. The car was sitting for a while, and that's way too much water inside of the oil for it to be condensation. Next video, we're gonna be trying to figure out why I have oil on my coolant, I guess, because I really want to drive this car, and I thought I was so close, and then this bullshit happens, man. It's always something. It's literally always something. Like always, I'm not gonna give up, bro. There's so many times I wanted to give up. I'm not going to, bro. Mama ain't raised no quitter. Damn, man, I'm so tired. That's probably why I'm not as pissed off as I should be, because I'm so tired, bro. But anyways, I guess that's gonna be it for this video. I didn't want to end it off on this note. I guess I'm gonna put this in the title somehow. I already drained the oil. I'm gonna fill the car up with some oil just so it's not sitting with that sludge in it. I'm gonna fill it up with the oil. I'm gonna turn it on. I'm gonna let it run for like a minute just to get all the new oil circulating so that it drains to the bottom while it's sitting, because I'm probably not gonna be able to work on the car for another few days. Damn, man. Drop a like on this video, man, please. Like, that'll make my day after having to deal with all this bullshit. I know it'll work out. At least my motor's not knocking yet. It's a good thing I caught it now, but I'm gonna do some research, and then next video we're gonna try and figure out why the water got into my oil. I need to go home. I need to eat. I need to sleep. We still got a lot done on the 240. It's pretty much basically done. I just have to deal with this last fucking issue. Hopefully it's a small issue. Hopefully it's not a cracked head, but whatever. I know I'll fix it. And there's always drift events and stuff open, and I have the trailer now, so I can go whenever I want, but that's what's making me want to go even more. So if you guys enjoyed any moment in this video, please consider subscribing. Drop a like. Really helps out a lot, especially for a small channel like mine. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think about the dash overlays and stuff, which one to pick. Check out Stuck in Neutral. Go cop a shirt while you guys can, because I don't know how long these are going to be available. We only have a few left. We have probably like less than 50 left, and they're all pre-made, ready to ship. They'll ship the same day you guys order them. So if you guys are watching this, use code HEADGASKET for free shipping if you made it this far in the video. Hopefully next video we get the car running and we figure out what the issue is, and hopefully it's not the end of the world. But I'll see you guys next time. Thank you guys for watching. As always, I appreciate you guys coming back to this channel, and I hope you guys stay tuned for more content. I'll see you guys next time. Later.